Hello Eurovision fans, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. Today I want to predict the qualifiers from semi-final 1, which is happening tomorrow. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. Eurovision is actually going to start and we can stop predicting and we can see some real results. But before that I want to predict who the qualifiers will be. We have now seen 30-second TV feed clips of all of the performances. We of course know the songs, so that is what I'm basing this prediction on. Let's get right to it. The concept I want to use, you can see the graphic already. The closer a country's flag is revealed towards the top of my graphic, the more likely I think it is to qualify. The closer it is towards the bottom of the same graphic, it is less likely to qualify. And the dotted line you can see is the line of qualification. So if a country is below that, it will not qualify according to my prediction. If it is above it, it will qualify. So let's get right to it. What is the first flag I want to show you? That is Ireland. Now, I think this is the least likely country to qualify from semi-final 1, unfortunately. I think this song would have needed a spectacular stage show, and what I have seen from the rehearsal clip, it doesn't have it. The outfit is not very great, I think, and it all looks a bit awkward. The lead singer looks a bit like he's suffering, and the song itself is just not good enough, I think, to qualify. A great anthemic kind of stage show might have helped, but I don't see that, so I don't think that Ireland will qualify, unfortunately. Let's go to the other end, and there I have Sweden, Loreen with Tattoo. I have no doubt that this will qualify. Smaller screen, smaller performance, scale of the performance, it doesn't matter. Loreen is qualifying to the Eurovision final, there's no doubt about it. It's a great catchy song, an impactful performance. Most people won't have seen the Melody Festival performance, so she is a clear qualifier to me. Another clear qualifier, and I think the winner of the semi-final, because it is 100% televote, is Kirel from Finland. He is last in the running order, which will help. He has an incredibly catchy, impactful performance. The staging is so great. They have come up with a real upgrade to the national final performance, and so I think this will sail through and this will win semi-final 1. I'm quite sure, actually, because it's not 100% televote. Next up, the next Nordic country, but I do think that these three are probably the strongest in the semi-final. I think Norway will make it. I'm very impressed by the TikTok numbers, especially of the rehearsal clip. Even that, millions of people have seen that. So people know this song, people like this song, and they will vote for it. The performance is good. It's not spectacular. It's not a winning performance, I think, but it is definitely enough to qualify. And the song is also 100% Eurovision and kind of what people expect. I think that's why they chose it to open the show. And yeah, Norway is in the final. Then Israel. I personally don't like the song that much, but the dance break looks impressive. I was a bit underwhelmed by it, but in general, it is enough to qualify. I'm very sure that lots of people will pick up the phone and vote for this. Noah looks phenomenal. Sorry for the pun. And the song is obviously constructed for Eurovision, so it will have an impact. I don't think it's enough to win, but it is definitely enough to qualify. Then below the qualification, I have Azerbaijan. I really like these two guys. They look and seem really cool. Their outfit on the turquoise carpet was really out there and really interesting to me, coming from Azerbaijan. I do like the song. It's pleasant, and I like it when it's on, but then I kind of forget it once it is not on anymore, and that's a bit of a problem in Eurovision. The performance doesn't really help it either. It's quite colorful and nice, but nothing more really. So I don't think that Azerbaijan will make it. They also haven't had a great support from the televote in recent years, and I don't think that will change this year, to be honest. Next up, we have Croatia. They are quite low in the odds for qualification for semi-final 1, which I'm a bit surprised about, to be honest. I am sure this will qualify. They have the perfect balance between being a joke entry, being an entry with a real message. Some people will get the message and vote for it for that reason. Some others will not get the message and think this is weird and crazy. Let's vote for it because this is Eurovision. They also have a big fan base. There's lots of diaspora in the semi-final as well. So I'm quite sure that Croatia will make it to the final. The rehearsal clip seemed a bit too normal for me. I'm kind of expecting something more Dadaist later on. I think that will be in the performance. And so I don't have any doubt that Croatia is making it through, as I have with Czechia, because this has increased quite a lot because of the very good performance. I think it's very smart that they're focusing on the female empowerment message with the long braids they have, with the background, "We're not your dolls." People will instantly get this. Especially Western Europe will get that message, and Eastern Europe might get the message in the Slavic languages, which are more understandable in Eastern Europe, and vote for it for that reason. So I do think they strike a good balance here. I think the performance looks good. They sound good, the harmonies. So this is going to the final, I'm quite sure. Not enough to win, but enough to qualify, definitely. Moldova is a bit lower than the others. I'm a bit less sure about Moldova, but I do think it will qualify. We have to remember it's a 15-song semifinal and 10 songs will qualify, so the big majority will. Pasha is a good performer. They found a good staging for the song. It has a bit of a gimmicky aspect with the antlers and with the flute player, and televoters love that, I think. It's very catchy and instant, so I really do think that, and televoters usually like ethnic entries more than the juries do, so I think Moldova is sailing through to the final as well. Little less sure than with the other 6, that I already revealed, but I do think they will make it. Then this kind of breaks my heart a little bit, because I really love this song and this band, and that Latvia is sending such an established band to Eurovision, but they're very early in the running order. It's a bit of a dissonant sound that people will not be used to. It's a bit of a dark staging. It might be too forgettable, and so I don't think that Latvia makes it to the final. Very, very unfortunately. I would love to exchange 1 or 2 songs from Semi 2, put them in Semi 1, and put Latvia into Semi 2, but that's not the way it works. So unfortunately, I think Latvia will not make it. I think from Semi 2 they would have had a better shot. Then Switzerland. This is a bit controversial, I think, but I do think that they will make it for the reason that they are in a very good spot in the running order. I think they come after Ireland and Croatia. So a song that is not sung very well, and then a song that is quite weird and out there and very visual as well. And then Switzerland comes in with a great voice, with a good ballad, with a good staging that I personally don't like so much, but I think it helps the song be effective, more effective with the televoters. And so I think he is most probably going to make it to the final. Then next up I have Serbia, and this is a bit of a borderliner for me. It's very early on in the running order. He has a performance that many people love for being so out there, so in your face, for having so many things happen. But I think for the general audience, this might be a bit too much, and there's a lot happening. It doesn't really have a catchy hook or anything that makes it memorable. The performance does make it memorable, but it's just a bit messy to me. And he hasn't changed the English and Serbian lyrics. I do think that would have been good, because the most important message of the song is actually in the Serbian lyrics, and people might not get what is going on. Why is there a monster behind him? Why is he taking out the tubes? Maybe people will, I'm not sure, but I think this is not going to do as well as people think. And I do think this could be a shock non-qualifier. It would be a big shock, because I do think that Serbia has lots of support in the semifinal. And there will be enough people that like this entry, but I am way more doubtful about this than about all the others that I have already revealed. Then we have Malta. I think it's a very fun performance, but I have it below the line of qualification because I just think it's too repetitive. After 1 minute, it just goes through the hoops and the motions again and again and again. And I think it's just too much. I love the concept. I love the nerd references. I love their performance. But I don't think the song is strong enough to make it through in a semifinal like this. In Semi 2, it might have made it, but not in this one. And in the 30-second clip, you very much notice that they are sweating because they have to wear the sweater on the big stage. And that's another small point why I think audiences will not connect to it that much. And it also seemed a bit slow, actually, in that rehearsal clip. I think more things would have to happen for it to be really, really memorable. Then we have 2 more, and these are the Netherlands and Portugal. I have them both on the line of qualification because I think kind of it is between these two to get the 10th spot. Why? I think Portugal is a great song. I love, love, love it, but she didn't have any budget for this performance. The couch is missing. It might just seem a bit lost on this entire grand, big stage. She has lots of charisma and can sell this song by herself. I do think that, but this is a very tough semifinal, so I'm a bit worried for her. The Netherlands, I think lowering the key was the right decision because now they seem way more comfortable to sing it. I think the staging with the turning platform was a smart idea for a song where only one person sings at a time and then at the end they come together. I do think the song is a good pop song, but for a televote only semifinal, I'm a bit worried that it might not be impactful enough. However, I'm trying to predict everything, so I am going to put Portugal in and the Netherlands out because mainly Portugal has an advantage, and that is coming 5th in the running order, which usually is not an advantage, but it's after Serbia, which is really dissonant, crazy staging or weird staging for many people, and then Latvia, which has a very dissonant sound to it. And then you have Portugal, which is very lively and upbeat, and I think it will stand out because of that reason. And you have Switzerland and France in this semifinal, the biggest supporters of Portugal, usually apart from Spain. And I think that will also help. Maybe also the rest of the world vote, I don't know. And for the Netherlands, they have the big advantage of being later in the running order, but I'm not sure that will be enough to qualify. I kind of hope that both qualify, but as you can see, I want almost everyone to qualify, and that is not going to happen. So this is my prediction. Qualifiers: Finland, Sweden, Norway, Israel, Czechia, Croatia, Moldova, Switzerland, Portugal, and Serbia. And non-qualifiers: Azerbaijan, Malta, Ireland, Latvia, and the Netherlands. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your prediction is for Semi 1. Please subscribe to my channel. I will do a prediction for Semi 2. I will also look at semifinal 1 after it has finished, talk about the results, see how bad I was at predicting the semifinal. So lots of things coming up on my channel. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for subscribing, and especially for your comments, which I love reading. I love discussing with you. So yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you for my next video if you want to. Bye bye.